What's up everyone, back for another vlog, and in today's vlog I will be showing you the holiday themed beers that I will be reviewing for December 2021. So a lot of people have been asking me, am I going to do a 12 days of Christmas or an advent calendar or something like that? And typically I don't do that. I do the 10 days of pumpkin at the end of October, but when it comes to the holiday beers, typically I will review maybe like a half dozen throughout the course of December and into January. But this year, you know what, I said, F it. Gonna do it. We're gonna do a bunch of different holiday themed beers. Now, this is going to be very akin to my shelfie beer reviews that I used to do. I haven't done them in the last year, so if you just started following the channel sometime this year, then you probably don't remember the shelfie beer reviews. But what I would typically do is at the beginning of each month, I would have a handful of so-called shelfie beers that I would show you guys via vlog. And then over the course of the month, I would review those beers on Tuesdays and Fridays, and depending on how many Tuesdays and Fridays there are in the month, that's how many beers I would have. So I kind of did that for this little holiday themed beer. It's almost shelfie like I guess theme to this month. There are 11 beers here, and I will be reviewing them on Tuesdays and Fridays in December, but I will also be doing 2 special reviews on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. So we have 11 beers instead of 9 because there are 9 Tuesdays and Fridays in December. And I kind of kept it sort of shelfie. Now, when I say shelfie beers, basically I mean beers that you can walk into your local bottle shop or beer store and you can pick off the shelf. You don't have to go to the brewery. You don't have to wait in line anywhere. You don't have to trade for it. You can get these beers. If some of these are regional, some of these are regional, some of them are national, and some of them are international. So I tried to keep it a little bit realistic here, not trying to do super local reviews. So I feel like at least a half dozen of these you guys could grab yourself. So let's go over them real quick and I'll tell you a little bit about them. I will say from your left to right, these are going to be in order. So we're going to start with this one and end with this one. So let's go over them real quick. First, the first beer I have is from New Belgium and it's their Accumulation. So they're calling this one a Winter Hazy IPA. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, someone out there, but I remember this one being a white IPA, and white IPAs just aren't really a thing anymore. You used to have white IPAs, red IPAs, brewed IPAs, black IPAs. You really don't see a lot of those anymore. So I feel like New Belgium just kind of said, you know what, F, we're not going to call it a white IPA. We're going to go with Winter Hazy IPA. It's brewed with, or dry hopped with Strata, Mosaic, Lotus, and Eldorado. And I don't know if they changed this up in this year or the last couple years, but I remember this being a white IPA, which is basically a marriage between a Belgian wit beer and an IPA. So if anybody knows about that, let me know. But I picked it up. It's about 6 weeks old, so pretty fresh, and we're going to start off the holidays with that one. Next, we have, I believe this is a brand new release from Amagang, maybe in the last couple years, but I've never seen it before, and it is their Everything Nice. So they're calling this one a limited release. It is a strong blonde ale with seasonal spices and natural and artificial flavor. I always hate that, but you know what happens. 9%. The Accumulation, 6.5%. But yeah, so this one, you know what's funny about a lot of these beers? This one was bottled on August 31st. So by the time I review this one, it's probably going to be over 2 months old, but whatever. That should hold up quite well. So I really wanted to give that one a go just because I haven't reviewed a lot of Amagang, you know, pretty much in the last year. Obviously, the channel's been on hiatus for quite a bit, and I just brought it back in early October, but I wanted to review this one, and I wanted to pick it up. Never had it. Sounds pretty good. Next is from the only certified Trappist brewery in America, and it is the Spencer Brewery. And it's their winter warmer, so they're calling this one an amber lager brewed with honey and spices, 5.3%, so not a big winter warmer. I haven't reviewed anything from Spencer. We do get their stuff here in the Western area, so I'm gonna have to grab some of their regular stuff next year and give it a review. Now, I'm actually reviewing this one because I saw a good friend of mine, a fellow beer tuber, Jesse, over at Bumpy Road Brewery do the 50-point inspection on this one, and he was loving it. He really liked it for a lower ABV winter warmer. He got the honey, the spices, so I was like, you know what? We're gonna throw it in the mix here. So that's why I'm doing that one, and I'm really pumped up. Even though it's a lower ABV winter warmer, I'm all about it. Next, we have from Victory, their Merry Monkey. So they're calling this one a Belgian-style ale with cranberry, orange peel, cinnamon, and nutmeg. nutmeg, 10%. So this is another one in their monkey series. I have reviewed Sour Monkey on the channel. I have not reviewed the base Gold Monkey or any other variants, which I should do at some point. I wouldn't say I love the Sour Monkey, but it was enjoyable, and I really like Gold Monkey, and I've had their White Monkey, which is the white wine barrel-aged Gold Monkey, all pretty damn good. So we'll see how this one turns out with, you know, all those ingredients and spices. Next, we have from Hardywood, and this one is their gingerbread stout. This is an imperial milk stout with cinnamon, vanilla, ginger, and honey. Full disclosure, had this one before. I had this one back when it used to be in the big 750 milliliter bottles. I actually had the base and I had the bourbon barrel aged version, courtesy of another good friend of mine and fellow beer tuber, DJ over at DJ's Brew Tube. I think I had those back in like 2015-16. Delicious. I love the barrel aged version. This was really good too. And now we get it here in our area and it's in cans, and that's crazy and blows my mind. But craft beer has come a long way. So I think that's pretty fantastic that this shows up locally. And I'm sure a lot of you in the Northeast probably get this, maybe even down in the South. I mean, Hardywood's out of Virginia, so probably get it like in the Northeast, maybe into the South. So anyway, next we have from Anderson Valley, we have their Winter Solstice Seasonal Ale. It says ale with natural flavor added. This is basically more or less a winter warmer, and I haven't had this one in probably like 8 to 10 years. It's been a long time, but I will be reviewing this one on this year's Winter Solstice, which is December 21st, the beginning of winter. So I thought that was appropriate to review that one. I like what Anderson Valley does typically, and this was one of the first beers I ever had from them, and I really did enjoy it. Next, we have for Christmas Eve, a beer that I've never had before in a can. It's from Brewery St. Bernardus, and it's the St. Bernardus Christmas Ale. So 9.8% alcohol by volume. I think this is just like a Belgian strong dark with spices. Don't remember exactly. When I do the review, I'll look it up, but I cannot believe this is in cans now. I've had it in the big 750s. I've had it in the smaller bottles, never in the can, and haven't reviewed it. So I was like, I got to try this in the can, and why not do it during the month of December for my holiday theme going on? So I can't wait to get into that one, but I also can't wait to get in the next one. This is the Christmas Day review. It comes from the Great Lakes Brewing Company in Cleveland, Ohio, not the one in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And it's their barrel-aged Christmas ale. So this is an ale with spices and honey aged in bourbon barrels. 8.2% alcohol by volume. Now, I have always wanted to try this one, and I believe it was brewery only for many, many years. And I never got my chance, got my hands on it and never got a chance to try it. So the fact that this showed up locally, I had to buy it. And on top of that, it's in a big 22-ounce bottle, which you don't really see anymore. So I'm really pumped to give that one a go. Their base Christmas ale is like a gingerbread, liquid gingerbread cookie, I like to call it. One of my favorite Christmas ales. And I want to see what the barrel-aged one is all about. A little pricey on this bottle, $17, but whatever. You know, I've never seen it before, and I'm like, I got to try it. So we're going to do so. Next, we have from Two Roads, and this is their holiday ale. Holiday ale. I couldn't say holiday ale. Holiday ale. This is a Bière de Noël, which I believe is a subset of Bière de Garde, but it has spices. Let's see if they actually mentioned the ingredients anywhere on here. No. So Bière de Garde, French style, that not a lot of breweries brew. So I'm interested to try that one. I think I've ever had a Bière de Noël. I've never had one, but it seems interesting, and it's way different than anything that is in front of you here. 7.3%. I'll look that up a little bit, but I don't know if there's spices and stuff in it, but I would assume there is, but don't quote me on that. Next, for New Year's Eve, I wanted to go with a cork and cage type of beer just because it fits the occasion, and it comes from Trogs, and it is their Mad Elf Grand Cru. So this is an ale brewed with honey and cherries. I believe it comes in, 11% alcohol by volume. Now, I've had the regular Mad Elf numerous times. It's one of the first like big holiday beer I ever had. I think it was back in 2011. Back then, my palate could not handle it. It was just too much alcohol. Over the years, I've really come to enjoy Mad Elf. Now, I've never reviewed the beer on the channel properly, like do an actual review of it. I have had it, though, as a whodunit / mystery beer review. My good buddy and fellow beer tuber, Kyle, over at No Hype Beer Reviews, he sent me that beer as a mystery whodunit beer, and I called it a Doppelbock. That's what the vibe vibes I was going for. So it kind of makes sense, but I did not hit the nail on the head for that review. So I don't want to just, do an actual review of it because I did it the most authentic way possible, is not knowing what it is. But I do want to review the Mad Crew version because the cherries in here are tart cherry, so they're switching it up, and that's what is different about this one compared to the base one. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And last but not least, we have a beer that I've had a handful of viewers of mine and subs want me to review for the last couple of years, specifically last year. The channel was on hiatus, so I didn't review last year's version. So this year, I am reviewing it. It comes from Anchor, and it is the Anchor Christmas Ale. It says they call it Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, or Special Ale. This is, again, the 2021 vintage or release. Western Joshua Tree is on the label. So every single year, they switch up the recipe, and they also change the tree that is on the label. And the last time I reviewed this one was in 2018, and it was quite delicious. I really enjoyed it. So to try out the 2021 version, I'm super pumped to do so. Now, again, 11 beers over the course of December. On days that I do post these reviews, except for on Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. The other Tuesdays and Fridays, I will be posting 2 beer reviews, one of these Christmas beers, and then another beer that I have in the queue, because when I brought back the channel on, I think it was October 4th specifically, I had already had like 3 weeks worth of reviews kind of saved up. And I did that because I didn't know how consistent I was going to be with my content. Turns out very consistent. I'm posting every single day, sometimes multiple times per day. So I have to get some of those reviews out because, again, I reviewed them in September and I don't want to post a lot of them in January, 4 months later. It's just kind of stupid. So you will see 2 reviews per day, at least 2 or 3 times per week throughout the month of December. But yeah, not much more to say. I can't speak today. I'm stuttering. You know what it is? I'm so excited to do this. And maybe I should do this every year. Maybe I will going forward. Maybe I'm not going to call it the 10 days of, or the 12 days of Christmas. I'm not going to do something like that. I think I'll just do like shelfie holiday beers to some extent. And we'll start off with 2021. The other thing I did want to mention is that there may be a couple duo reviews in here. I don't know. I'm talking to a couple other beer tubers and seeing if they want to do duo review, not necessarily live, but something in the can, kind of like Kyle and myself have done with the Treehouse beer on the channel, and the FLX boys, Dan and Mike, we did that with a couple other Treehouse beers as well. So we'll see. I don't know. But be on the lookout. Again, this accumulation will be on the channel reviewed properly, improperly. It's the Beer Patrol this Friday, and then every Tuesday and Friday going forward. So yeah, not much more to say. I did this specifically for a lot of viewers who like to pick up beers and watch my review as they drink them. I mean, full disclosure, that's something that I used to do before I was a beer tuber. I would watch my favorite beer tubers and I would crack open the beer while they were reviewing it and seeing if I got the same thing. A lot of fun to do, and I know a lot of you out there do it. So I wanted to post again, this is the worst vlog I have ever made. Probably not. There's probably worse vlogs out there by me. But I wanted to post this so you guys could, grab some maybe in the next week or two and drink along with my reviews, or who knows, maybe not, but I'm just super excited, so I can't wait to get into it. So I appreciate everybody stopping by for another vlog here on the Beer Patrol. Like I said, be on the lookout for all of these reviews throughout the course of December and on January 1st, I guess. I say December, but there's going to be a January review. It happens. Anyway, to the next one. Cheers.